Datuk Seri, okay, people have been asking why is the opposition leader absent during the PM session in Dewan Rakyat every Tuesday? So what is your comment? You can
every Tuesday, it is not true. It is not every Tuesday. You see, as a member of parliament, I will attend. But the only thing is that I did not attend the MQT session. You know, I got not very happy with them. MQT, I hope everyone should understand this. It is not a question from me as the leader of opposition for the Prime Minister. It is a question by the person who gave the question or the question being selected. You see, there was once, I think, we, among the opposition, we sent our questions to the government for the Prime Minister to answer. Five of them altogether, right? And none been selected. What do you feel as an opposition leader, if you are an opposition leader? You just want your own people to ask questions that you can answer. And then, you know, when it comes to standing order in the parliament, only when your question is given the rights to ask, you can ask. Someone else cannot do anything. Okay. And the last answer is be given to the Prime Minister. Let's say, for example, I come up and just ask one question, and he just said, oh, blah, 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 and I couldn't rebut. The most important for me is for me to have a chance to rebut. So, if they really want me to go, the next session, for example, the question should be, opposition leader raise question for the Prime Minister to answer for 30 minutes. Then I can rebut. I ask, you answer. Then I rebut. Then you answer. I rebut. That should be the MQT, not like what they are doing. So, yeah. It's not that I don't want to go, but I don't want to listen to all those craps. We are not very happy with some of the answers. So, how can I just do that and stay there and smile? Well, that's the reason that I don't.
Okay, so why did Perikatan Nasional decide not to form a shadow cabinet, but instead to set up 26 portfolio committees where they are seen to focus more on race and religion issues?
Not really. We raise questions on everything. It is not fair. I think that question itself has been not fair to me. And I think you have to actually change the way you question me.
I'll tell my editor that.
Yeah, you go and tell your editor, I think the question to Hamzah do not want to answer. Reason being, not fair to us. You know, we ask about Ministry of Defense. We talk about LCS. We ask about cost of living. We talk about the economic matters of this country. How come we talk about religion? No, it's not fair. I think the editor, something wrong with him. Tell him that I'm not very happy with this question. I don't know who's the one. Are you the one? No, it's not you. Yeah. So that's my answer.
Okay. So what is your opinion on the performance of the unity government so far?
Oh, not only me. I think I've been looking at the social media. You know, majority are not happy. I was told that some polls they've done some, and the result came out and turned out that majority are not happy. And I personally feel also that they're not doing their job well at the moment. Just now during the interview, I've told the interviewer, I would like the government to be a real government that look after the people of this country. Don't play politics here again. The more important thing, sit down with us. Because we want to be a credible opposition. We want to give our opinions. We want to tell the government what is right is right, what is wrong is wrong. The more important thing is that we build this nation together. Yes, you are the government, but building the nation together means the ideas should come from both sides. from the government and also from the opposition. That's what we are supposed to do.
Okay. Previously, you have been criticized before for putting the refugees in temporary detention centers and for telling them to go home if they're not satisfied with the treatment that they receive here. Okay, so you still very hard on them despite them having UNHCR card. So why did you take such a hard stand on them?
No, even that question is something is missing there. When we caught people, we caught the illegals. And the treatment that we give to those illegals are only fair because they went against the law of this country. And it doesn't matter whether they are foreigners or even local. If they have already went against the law, I have to make sure that the majority of the people of this country believe that the law of this country being taken care by the minister himself. And that's what I've been telling others. If you want to come to this country, for example, come in legally, come with proper documents, and we will provide you anything that you want here. You can come, you can stay, you can even work here, but do proper. Why must you come here illegally? That's the reason that I want, because this thing, you must understand here, once you came in illegal, you are actually in the position to be used by some others, culprits in this country. Then in the end, who suffer? You suffer. And once you suffer, it becomes a social problem in this country. So, from the start, you do it proper. You want to come in with proper document. If you have proper document, come in, work, yes, get proper license. And all this got to be proper. That's the reason I am very strong to make sure that United Nations cannot, UNHCR cannot simply give cards to any Tom, Dick and Harry who comes from other parts of the world to stay here in this country.
Okay. So, what is Bersatu's plan for the upcoming state election? What are the chances for PN?
Chances are good. Plan I cannot tell you now.
Why cannot you tell now?
Why is it I have to tell you? Because then people know how to went against me, how to go against me. I think it's not fair, right?
It's a secret.
Yeah, of course. When it comes to strategy, I can't tell you. If I tell you, that's not a strategy.
Okay, sure. Okay, so previously you said that all charges against Bersatu leaders are politically motivated. Why do you say this? And would those charged be able to clear their names soon? Hopefully.
Timings, I cannot answer you. Because, when it comes to court case, they have to go to proper procedures and all that. Sometimes it takes a longer time. But the most important thing is this. We believe when we compare the case, for example, against Tan Sri Muhyiddin with other cases before these, we know that we are going to win. Tan Sri Muhyiddin is going to win. But just because of an optic, they would like to know or they would like to use that to go against us. That's why I call it politically motivated. If it is proper, they should just look at the cases before this and say, hey, this case and this case are similar. So why is it that we have to take this case and charge him? But if you just take this and charge, is it fair? Not fair, right? It's true, there's some technical problem, but you look at other cases before this. That's why I'm very sure that Tan Sri Muhyiddin will win this case, inshallah.
So let's say if they the royal pardon for an UMNO leader is going to get granted, what is your comment on that?
Then, you see, the country has got proper procedures. When it comes to pardon, it's all depend on certain procedures of this country. For any citizen of this country, they also got their own rights. And for those being convicted, each and every one has got the rights to apply. How to go about, how to make sure that the public really understand this, play a proper narrative. Not because you are in the government, you can just come out and make a statement to say, yes, all of us from UMNO like to have Datuk Najib to be given a pardon. I'm very close to Datuk Najib. To be very frank with you, I am very close. I look up at him and I treat him as my brother. But once he is convicted, follow proper procedure. Don't play politics here. Don't play politics. That will actually, you will create a division, not only among politicians, but also among races. And I think that's no good. Do it proper. No need to announce to the whole world. And once the time comes, I think if Allah blessing, I will support that it should be given. But do it proper.
Okay. So you, along with a few others from UMNO, had jumped to Bersatu back in 2019. Datuk Seri, you cited reasons because of Datuk Seri Zaid Hamid's leadership, but later Bersatu and UMNO regrouped for the Sheraton Move. So what happened actually that time? Can you briefly tell us what was your strategy at that time?
You see, when we talk about politics, you must have the principle. What was the principle? The principle is to make sure whatever that you do, agenda number one is for the people of this country. And during that time, Tun Mahathir resigned. What should we do? Who will be the next person? Why can't we just combine it and say, okay, look at someone, and that someone which is available at that time is Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. How to make sure that he wins is another matter. How? Work with those people. And I was no more in Bersatu then. So how? Work with UMNO boys. And they are willing to come and work with us, and just to make sure that Tan Sri Muhyiddin become the Prime Minister. Was that wrong? Nothing wrong there. It is just proper, and we follow the procedure and also the law of this country. So, why question? That is always the rights of the people to make sure that someone become Prime Minister. Whether he likes it or not, it doesn't matter. But the point is, someone become Prime Minister in the proper manner, following the constitution of this country.
So Sheraton Move was...
It was never a Sheraton Move. There was never a Sheraton Move. That day is only one day in Sheraton just because we would like to have dinner together. That's all. There was never. A Sheraton Move means is someone that have a proper sit-down, meeting, gatherings until you create something. No, it was never like that.
Okay. Lastly, what do you think makes a good Prime Minister, and do you have any aspirations to be the next Prime Minister one day? Because you see, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri was the opposition leader as well as Datuk Seri Anwar. So what do you think?
Allah SWT created human being in different manner. Some different colors, different races, different religions, and different thinking, different ideologies. But priority number one is just to make sure mission in life is got to be proper, whether it is for dunya and also akhirat. But the most important thing to me here is whether one can be a good Prime Minister or not. It's just depending on the keikhlasan of that guy. So if the sincerity really shows that he's sincere for the sake of the people and also for the sake of the nation, he can be a good Prime Minister and he can last quite a number of years. But if he just go there just because he wants to be a Prime Minister, and just want to be an acting Prime Minister, he can act forever and people will judge him once he retire.
Do you want to be Prime Minister?
No, I don't want to answer that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Datuk Seri.
Thank you.